Hello, everyone. This is the Board Game Lawyer. It's Saturday evening, and I'm going to play some Marvel Champions. Now, Marvel Champions is a product of Fantasy Flight Games. So, the Marvel Champions monthly podcast crew has done it again. They've issued us another challenge. This is challenge number 10, and they call it Unconventional Leadership. So, for this challenge, they want to see some creative leadership decks. So the rule is to create a leadership deck that includes no leadership allies. Now, basic allies are allowed, and so I've included some that I like to play with in my deck today. And I don't know how creative I am, but I do have a beef with Ronan the Accuser. Now, if you watch my last video, I reached the end of the Galaxy's Most Wanted campaign only to get pasted, embarrassed really, by Ronan the Accuser in the final round. So today I'm going to take another shot at Ronan outside of the campaign. So for this challenge, they ask us to make a leadership deck. So I've imposed a further restriction upon myself, and that is that all of my leadership cards have to have a cost of 0 on them. So I'm going to be playing with a lot of events today. Let's look at a few of them. So we have one that we're very familiar with, Make the Call, where we can go find an ally in our discard pile. I've got some copies of that in my deck today. I've also included some copies of Get Ready, which allows us to ready an ally. I've included some of those in my deck today. I've also included copies of Last Stand, which is a hero interrupt, which says when an ally you control attacks, it gets +3 for this attack, and after that attack resolves, discard that ally. So I have some of those in there, and then I have another event that I really have come to like, and it's called Go Down Swinging. It's a newer one. It's a hero action. It says discard any ally you control and deal damage to an enemy equal to that ally's printed cost. So I'll go ahead and shuffle that into my deck and shuffle my deck up. So we're going to be playing with Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel today, as you can see on the table there. Get my player deck shuffled up here. All right, so she has a thwart of 2, she has an attack of 2, and she has a defense of 1. So Captain Marvel is an Avenger and a Soldier. She has a Rechannel ability, which is an action that says spend an energy resource to heal 1 damage from Captain Marvel and draw 1 card, limit once per round. She begins on her Carol Danvers alter ego side, so she has a recovery of 4. She has a commander action, which is to choose a player and draw 1 card. So that's how she'll begin the game. She starts off with 12 hit points and a hand size of 6. Let's take a look at Ronan the Accuser. We're going to be playing Ronan in standard mode today. So Ronan the Accuser comes into play with 2 scheme and 2 attack. He has a star next to both of those, which is a forced interrupt. When Ronan the Accuser activates against you, give him 1 additional boost card if you control the Power Stone. So that's Ronan's ability. He has toughness, so he starts the game with 1 tough status card on him. And again, if I didn't mention, he comes into play with 14 hit points on him. So let's take a look at his main scheme, and that's the reason why we see so many cards here on the table. So our main scheme, Interception Imminent. The contents, I've used the recommended contents for our game today. The setup says to put the Kree command ship environment and the Milano support into play and attach the universal weapon to Ronan the Accuser and attach the Power Stone to the first player. And that's all we have for our setup. We flip over to our main side, 1B. It says it has a first player action, exhaust the Milano and remove 3 threat from the scheme. It comes into play with 2 threat on it. We add 2 threat per round. And then whenever that reaches a 7, that will finish off that particular part of our main scheme. So let's go ahead and put our 2 threat on Interception Imminent. Let's look at some of the cards it brings out. The Kree command ship. It's going to stay on the table throughout the game. It's going to deal us an additional encounter card. It says it has a first player interrupt when a treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck. Exhaust the Milano and spend one resource of any type. Cancel that card's when revealed effects. So we can handle some treachery cards by exhausting the Milano. The Milano also says that you can exhaust it to generate a wild resource for any player. The universal weapon that's on Ronan gives him stalwart, meaning he cannot be stunned or confused. He has a scheme of +1, an attack of +1. There is a hero action. I can take 2 damage and deal myself an encounter card to shuffle this universal weapon into the encounter deck. And then our last attachment here is the Power Stone. Attaches to Captain Marvel. It has a forced response after a hero or villain deals 3 or more damage to the attached character with a single attack. Attach Power Stone to the attacking hero or villain. It has either a scheme or a thwart of +1 and an attack of +1. So that begins on our hero today. I think that's everything that we need to know for our setup, other than we need to deal ourselves 6 cards to start the game. So we're going to deal ourselves Spider-Man. We're going to deal the Alpha Flight Station, Cosmic Flight, Nick Fury, Crisis Interdiction, and our 6th card is Spider-Woman. Okay, so we need to figure out what cards we're going to mulligan. I think I'm going to keep Nick Fury, and I'm going to keep the Alpha Flight Station. I'm going to toss Spider-Man, Cosmic Flight, Cosmic Interdiction, and Spider-Woman. Those 4 cards. To draw 4 cards, so we'll draw the Get Ready card. We'll draw Energy Absorption. Another Energy Absorption. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Go Down Swinging. Okay. So we do have the Milano on the table. We can, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can go ahead and use our Carol Danvers. Choose a player to draw 1 card. So we draw Cosmic Flight. And I think we're going to use that Cosmic Flight to put out, no, we'll use the Milano. We'll use that as a wild resource to put out the Alpha Flight Station. And this card reads, Exhaust Alpha Flight Station. Choose and discard 1 card from your hand. Draw 1 card, or draw 2 cards instead if you are Carol Danvers. We are Carol Danvers. We're going to get rid of Cosmic Flight to draw 2 cards. So we draw Crisis Interdiction, and we draw Make the Call. All right. So I think what we're going to do then is we are going to put Nick Fury onto the table, spending an Energy Absorption and a Crisis Interdiction. So those are 4 resources to put Nick Fury on the table. Now, whenever I put Nick Fury on the table, I have the choice of doing 4 damage or removing 2 threat from a scheme or drawing 3 cards. Here at the beginning of the game, I like to draw 3 cards with Nick Fury. So we're going to draw the Last Stand. We're going to draw another Last Stand. And we'll draw Crisis Interdiction. All right. So Nick Fury is going to do 2 damage to Ronan the Accuser to remove that tough card from him. And then, let's see, should we get ready? Should we pick him back up off the ground? Let's see what we've got here. We got Go Down Swinging, so we could do 4 damage with Nick Fury if I were to go down swinging. And I think I'm going to do that. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 4 damage with Nick Fury onto Ronan the Accuser. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to knock Ronan the Accuser down to 10. And with the Go Down Swinging, I'm going to have to discard Nick Fury to do that. But I've got to make the call, and I have a Crisis Interdiction. So I am going to, Let's see, is Make the Call a hero action? So far I haven't done anything that's a hero. Yeah, it was. That go down swinging was a hero action, so I needed to have flipped Carol Danvers over to our Captain Marvel side before I did that go down swinging, because that was a hero action. So she had to flip. Then Nick Fury would do the go down swinging. So Nick Fury to the discard pile. Now we'll play Make the Call. Oh, and we did use the Alpha Flight Station earlier. Did we not? So we're going to use Make the Call. And we're going to spend Crisis Interdiction and Energy Absorption to go find Nick Fury again. So we'll bring out Nick. And we get to draw 3 more cards. Let's see. Yep, sure do. We're going to draw 3 more cards. 1, Strength. We're going to draw a Get Ready. And we're going to draw a War Machine. War Machine. All right. So, yeah, I can... Well, all kinds of opportunities in this one. So if I use the Last Stand with Nick Fury... Do I have another Make the Call? Well, that'd be nice. Get ready, get ready. I tell you what, let's I gotta make sure I got enough resources to put out War Machine. So let's go ahead and put War Machine onto the table. So we're going to use 2 Strength, a Get Ready, and a Last Stand to put out War Machine. So those are our 4 resources for War Machine. He comes into play with a Toughness card on him. All right, he's got a Tough status card. And then Nick Fury can attack Ronan the Accuser for, let's see, 2 plus 3 is 5. Or we could play the Get Ready. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do 2 damage with Nick Fury. Knock him down to 8. And then we'll play the Get Ready card to put Nick Fury back up. He did take 1 consequential damage for that. Then we can do the Last Stand. I get plus 3 attack. So attack for 2 plus 3 is 5. So Nick Fury is gone because I have to discard him whenever I play that card. And so that does 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to Ronan the Accuser. And then Captain Marvel can do 3 damage to Ronan the Accuser. And that's going to knock Ronan the Accuser all the way down to 0. And that's going to complete Ronan the Accuser's side 1. First turn. Not bad. All right. So his stage 2 comes into play with 18 hit points on him. He also has a Toughness card. So we'll go ahead and add that to him. And I don't think we're going to attack with War Machine right now. I think we'll just leave War Machine where he's at with his Tough card. I like that. And we'll ready the Alpha Flight Station. We'll ready the Milano. We'll ready Captain Marvel. War Machine's going to stay right put. And we'll draw ourselves 5 cards. So we draw the Photonic Blast, the Power in All of Us, Go Down Swinging, Mockingbird, and an Energy card. Okay, Photonic Blast. All right, let's see what happens. So we're going to add 2 threat to... Oh, you know what? There's a win revealed. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for Cut the Power. I don't want to forget that. So in addition to the Toughness card, I got to go find the Cut the Power side scheme. So let's see where that is. Cut the Power. There's Cut the Power. It comes into play with a crisis icon on it, meaning that I cannot remove threat from the main scheme. And I'll go ahead and shuffle up my encounter deck. So we'll add 3 threat to Cut the Power. Almost forgot that. That first turn kind of surprised me. All right, so cut the power, 3 threat on it. Can't remove threat from here. Ronan begins his turn by placing 2 threat onto the main scheme. He's going to attack. War Machine's going to jump out in front with his tough card. And so we'll draw. If this activation is attack, this card gets +3 boost icons for this activation. So we attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it knocks that tough card off of War Machine. And now we deal ourselves 2, count them, 2 encounter cards. Let's just see what we got here. Anything to respond with? No. So our first encounter card is going to be Advance. When revealed, the villain schemes. Do we want to cancel that? If he schemes, he's going to threat out. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Let's see how I want to do this. I don't think I want that thing to flip right now. I don't. So we are going to try to cancel that advance by exhausting the Milano and spending a resource. So our resource today will be Photonic Blast. Could have been a good turn. I guess the Photonic Blast. Go down swinging. Don't like any of these options, really. But I don't want that thing to threat out yet. So let's get rid of Mockingbird. Yeah, we could get rid of Mockingbird. Let's do that. We'll get rid of Mockingbird to cancel the advance card. If it's a wrong answer, please let me know. Our next one is a Kree Commando. He has a patrol. While this minion is engaged with you, you cannot thwart the main scheme. So we bring out the Kree Commando. Okay. So War Machine, Photonic Blast, Captain Marvel. So this is my turn now. We have the Alpha Flight Station. Tell you what, we'll go ahead with our War Machine. We'll play the Go Down Swinging card. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go down swinging with the War Machine. We'll do 4 damage to Ronan the Accuser. So that's going to knock him down to 14. Oh, no. We definitely are not going to do that because we have that tough card on Ronan the Accuser. Oh, now I needed that. Now I need that Mockingbird. That's what I should have used her for. Yep, should have done that. So instead of doing that, let's just go ahead with Captain Marvel and attack Ronan the Accuser. We'll knock the toughness card off of him with that. And then we will play the Photonic Blast. Yeah, we'll do that. Deal 5 damage to an enemy if you played for this using energy card, which we are. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do 5 damage to Ronan the Accuser, and we'll draw a card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to Ronan the Accuser, knocks him down to 13. And then we'll draw the card. Draw a card. It's a genius card. Oh, we got the Alpha Flight Station too. Let's do the Go Down Swinging with the War Machine. We'll do 4 damage with him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knocks him down to 9. And War Machine is gone. Now we'll flip Captain Marvel over to her Carol Danvers side. That allows us to draw a card. So we draw Machine Man. And then Alpha Flight Station. We want to do anything with Alpha Flight Station? I don't think so. I think we'll just leave Alpha Flight Station alone. We'll put Machine Man onto the table with our 2 resources. And then Machine Man is going to attack Ronan the Accuser. That'll knock him down to 8. Okay, so far, so good. And then we'll ready our Carol Danvers. We'll ready the Milano. Machine Man takes 1 consequential damage because of that damage that he had just done. And we'll draw up our hand size of 6. So we'll draw Go Down Swinging, Energy Channel, Hemdahl, Photonic Blast, Last Stand, and Ironheart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards to go into our next round. Ronan the Accuser is going to place 2 threat onto Interception Imminent here at the beginning. And then he's going to scheme. So he has a scheme of 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. So now we're gonna threat out. So Interception Imminent is discarded. And take what is mine. Attach the Power Stone to Ronan the Accuser. If it's already attached to him, give him 1 face down boost card. So he gets himself yet another attachment, the Power Stone. And we'll flip our main scheme over. It says, while the Power Stone is attached to Ronan the Accuser, threat cannot be removed from this scheme. And it comes into play with 1 threat on it. We'll remember that we have our Kree Commander on the table, so he's going to place another threat onto Take What Is Mine. And then we deal ourselves 2 encounter cards. There's 1. And there's 2. All right, so our first encounter card reads, Kree Commando, patrol. While this minion is engaged with you, you cannot thwart the main scheme. I'm seeing a theme here. We are not going to be able to, with Cut the Power or Kree Commandos, or with the Power Stone on Ronan the Accuser, remove threat from the main scheme. So this game has got to end. Then we get another Kree Commando with another patrol. So now we have 3 Kree Commandos on the table. If we don't do damage to Ronan the Accuser this round, we are in trouble. But I think we may have him. All we got to do is 8 damage to Ronan the Accuser, and the game will be mine. Didn't have to use the Milano, the Alpha Flight Station. It got Photonic Blast. Machine Man. It's looking good. I think we may have this one. Let's go ahead and use Carol Danvers' ability to draw a card. Make the call. Oh, wouldn't that be nice if we go find Nick Fury. He did so much work already today. Let's reward Nick Fury for all of his hard work. So we'll spin the Milano, and we'll play Make the Call. We'll use the Energy Channel. We'll use Hemdahl. We'll use the Last Stand and the Milano to go find Nick Fury. Nick Fury comes into play. When Nick Fury comes into play, he's going to do 4 damage to Ronan the Accuser. 1. Oh, you know what? I need to flip over to I need to remember to do that. Flip over to Carol Danvers' side. 2, 3, 4 to Captain Marvel. Actually, Make the Call doesn't even, it's just an action. Doesn't require you to be in any form to do that. But the next card that I'm going to play with Nick Fury is going to be Go Down Swinging. Discard an ally you control and deal damage to an enemy equal to that ally's printed cost. Nick Fury is going to go down swinging at Ronan the Accuser for 4 damage. Nick Fury was definitely the MVP of our game today. So take that, Ronan. You whooped me last week. I whipped you back this week. Granted, I wasn't standard form, and I was not using anything close to what comes at me during the campaign, but it sure is nice to get that win against Ronan the Accuser from time to time. So I would really like to thank everyone for watching our playthrough today. I hope you enjoyed it. I also would like to thank the Marvel Champions monthly podcast crew for issuing this challenge. We're already up to challenge number 10, so please keep it up, fellas. This is a lot of fun. Don't forget to record your results, and I'll include a link down below so that you can do that. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you're enjoying my playthrough videos. If you'd like to get in touch with me, you can shoot me an email at boardgamelawyer@gmail.com. I want to thank you very much for watching today, and I hope to be able to bring you another video again soon. Have a good week.